On-chain charitable funding platform Endaoment is partnering with Global Giving to expand its directory of nonprofits that will accept cryptocurrency and NFT-derived donations. Joining us to discuss is Endaoment CEO and President Robbie Heeger. Robbie, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, tell us about Endowment's mission. How does the platform work?
Endaoment's mission is to encourage and manage the charitable giving of digital assets. We are a community foundation, which basically means we are a financial institution that is a nonprofit public charity that offers people the ability to take any digital asset and turn it into impact in their local community. And just this week, we've announced the addition of 4,200 international nonprofits joining the platform to help us expand into an international landscape of different kinds of nonprofits and philanthropic endeavors around the world, which is really exciting to us and hopefully to the broader crypto community as well, which is just so global.
Okay, so what does this mean practically? You know, in the past few years, we've seen people use crypto to get funds to remote areas during COVID-19, to get funds to people, you know, in the war in Ukraine. How does this help make that process simpler, smoother, and more transparent, or does it?
It does. What is most exciting about this is that lots of nonprofits around the world don't have wallets and don't really have the infrastructure to set up wallets for themselves. They don't have the board policies or the technical know-how or, you know, the key management policies, investment policies in order to be able to take in and custody crypto themselves as donations. And what Endaoment does is creates Ethereum and contract addresses for each nonprofit that we've onboarded onto the platform, which means now they don't have to have their own wallet when they're ready to take their first crypto donation. And instead, you know, a donor can come and use Endaoment and search through thousands of verified nonprofits around the world and know that there's a full-time staff waiting to help make sure that that money makes it into the hands of the nonprofit and that they're going to use it for their compliant purpose. You know, we sort of serve as a trust layer in a world of trustlessness for people to know that the place that they're giving to is legitimate and is going to be able to get them their tax exemption in their local jurisdiction.
What are some of the challenges or the downsides of using crypto for donations? Because we know, we know a lot of the benefits. It's faster, it's more direct, et cetera. But what are some of the challenges that you still face?
Well, I think there's a lot of fear in the market. You know, as you guys have been talking about all morning on the show, people are just generally skeptical of the yields that they can earn in crypto, of the legitimacy or the regulatory, status of these kinds of crypto protocols. And I think what's really exciting about what we're doing at Endaoment is that it creates the opportunity for us to alleviate some of those concerns that people have about the legitimacy of crypto. We take away some of the different concerns that they have about how do I get this in dollars? How do I get this into my bank account? How do I get this into a currency that I can use for my program? And by de-risking the interaction with the crypto donor and by abstracting away some of the crypto for the nonprofit, we create an environment where more nonprofits are willing to come in and use the technology. And I think that leaves them with a better first taste in their mouth. And it goes contrary to their experience with crypto in the media. And I think that that's a really important adoption moment for these organizations that are often left behind when it comes to technology adoption.
So let's get a sense of the scope of this. How many, you said you had thousands of nonprofits that are currently in this. How many donors have you had, and how large a amount of donations have you processed?
Yeah, we've processed just under $52 million in donations over the 3 years that we've been around. Most of that was last year and the year before during the bull run. We're still seeing a pretty impressive donation activity over the course of this year in the millions of dollars, but definitely have seen a slowdown in donations as the market has contracted. As far as individual donors go, we have several hundred donor advised funds. So those are donors who are giving repeatedly over time and using a donor advised fund to do that kind of donation. But we like to think of our donation totals as in the tens of thousands, because so many people are using NFTs to fundraise, and each individual NFT mint is in and of itself a donation in those moments. And we see people using POAPs, proof of attendance protocols, as well as NFTs to generate more passive donations with people who are participating in an event or who are participating in an art drop. So, there's no doubt in our mind that charitable donations are a fundamental part of the values mix of the crypto industry. And we're really just looking to put out the best, most robust tooling that we can possibly come up with to make charitable giving as much of a money Lego, so to speak, as some of these DeFi protocols are, or as some of the other products and services that are out there that are more focused on value accrual or value generation or yield generation. We think it's important that we be thinking about giving back just as early as we're thinking about taking in. And that's what's really exciting about just the existence of Endaoment. And the proof is in the pudding when it comes to the sort of fundraising that we've been able to do, that showcases that it is just as important to have DeFi native protocols for charitable giving as it is for income or fixed income or yield.
Robbie, thank you very much for joining us this morning and sharing. That was Endaoment CEO and President Robbie Heger.